My husband rented our childhood home, the house where I grew up, to his mistress for $1 a month. And when I confronted her at the front door, she was wearing my dead mother's wedding ring. Let me take you back to how this all started. 3 months ago, everything in my life seemed perfect. David and I had been married for 12 years, living in our dream house in Portland with our twin boys, Jake and Mason. We were that couple everyone envied, date nights every Friday, family vacations to Disneyland, anniversary posts that made our friends roll their eyes because we were just too happy. But the thing that made our relationship extra special was my childhood home. After my parents died in a car accident 2 years ago, I inherited the little blue Victorian where I'd spent 18 years of my life. David and I decided to rent it out for extra income while I figured out what to do with it long term. The rental money was supposed to go into the boys' college fund. David handled everything, finding tenants, collecting rent, maintenance issues. He said he wanted to protect me from the emotional stress of strangers living in my childhood bedroom. God, how stupid was I? The first sign something was wrong came during our anniversary dinner last month. David's phone kept buzzing. Every few minutes, buzz, buzz, buzz. He'd glance at it, frown, then flip it face down. Work emergency? I asked, twirling my pasta. Just the tenant at your parents' place. Some issue with the hot water heater. But here's the thing, it was 9 p.m. on a Saturday. Who texts their landlord about maintenance at 9 p.m.? And why did he look nervous? The second sign was even weirder. I found a jewelry receipt in his jacket pocket while doing laundry. Tiffany & Company $3,200 for a gold bracelet. Our anniversary gift to me had been a $50 candle from Target. When I asked him about it, he said it was for his sister's birthday. But his sister lives in Ohio and hates jewelry. She's a tomboy who wears nothing but her nursing scrubs and sneakers. The third sign broke my heart in a way I didn't understand yet. I was cleaning out my mother's jewelry box, finally ready to donate some pieces, when I realized her wedding ring was missing. The simple gold band she never took off, even in the hospital before she died. I'd specifically remembered putting it in the box after the funeral. David, have you seen my mom's ring? Which ring? But his voice was too casual. Too practiced. Her wedding band. The gold one. No idea. Maybe it fell behind the dresser? We tore apart the bedroom looking for it. Nothing. And then I saw something that changed everything. I was at Starbucks last Tuesday, and I saw David's car parked outside my childhood home. But David was supposed to be at work. I sat in my car, hands shaking, watching. Waiting. 20 minutes later, David walked out. But he wasn't alone. A woman followed him. Tall, blonde, maybe 30. She was laughing at something he'd said, touching his arm. And then, I swear my heart stopped beating, she reached up and kissed him. Not a friendly peck. A real kiss. The kind of kiss that said I love you and I missed you and I'll see you tonight. I couldn't breathe. This wasn't happening. Not to us. Not to me. But that wasn't even the worst part. As she walked back toward the house, my house, sunlight caught something on her left hand. A ring. A simple gold wedding band that I'd seen on my mother's finger for 23 years. She was wearing my dead mother's wedding ring. I sat in that Starbucks parking lot and cried until my chest hurt. Then I got angry. Then I got smart. That night, I acted normal. Made dinner, helped with homework, watched Netflix with David like nothing had happened. But inside, I was planning. The next morning, after David left for work, I drove straight to my childhood home. I still had my key, David didn't know I'd kept a copy. I let myself in through the back door, the same door I'd used to sneak out as a teenager. The house was different. Candles everywhere. Fresh flowers on the kitchen table. Expensive wine in the refrigerator. A woman's clothes in what used to be my bedroom closet. La Perla lingerie in what used to be my underwear drawer. But the real knife in my heart was on the kitchen counter. A rental agreement. Made out to Melissa Chin. Rent, $1 per month. $1. He was letting his mistress live in my family home for $1 a month while we were scraping together money for the boys' college funds. I took pictures of everything. The rental agreement, the lingerie, the wine, the clothes. Evidence. But then I heard a car in the driveway. I ran upstairs and hid in my parents' old bedroom closet, heart pounding so hard I was sure they'd hear it downstairs. Two voices. David and her. Melissa. I can't believe how perfect this place is, she was saying. It feels like home already. I wanted you to have somewhere special, David replied. Somewhere that means something. I wanted to scream. This place meant something to me. It was something. The ring fits perfectly too. It's like it was meant for me. My mother-in-law had good taste, David said. My mother-in-law. Like I was already gone. Like I was already erased. They went into the kitchen, and I could hear them making lunch. Laughing. Planning a weekend trip to Seattle. Talking about how things would be different soon and how she wouldn't be a problem much longer. Me. I wouldn't be a problem much longer. I waited until they left, then I got to work. First, I called a locksmith and had all the locks changed. Then I called my lawyer. David had no legal right to rent out my inherited property for $1 a month without my permission. The rental agreement was invalid. But I wasn't done. I spent the next week gathering evidence. Bank records showing he'd been paying for her groceries, her car insurance, even her gym membership. Credit card statements showing expensive dinners, hotel rooms, jewelry purchases. All while telling me we needed to budget more carefully for the boys' expenses. The final twist came when I hired a private investigator. Turns out, Melissa wasn't just his mistress. She was his business partner. They'd been planning to divorce me, sell the house I inherited, and start a property flipping business together. With my money. My inheritance. My children's future. Last Friday, I was ready. I went to the house at 6 p.m., knowing they'd be there for their usual dinner date. I used my new keys to walk right in. They were in the living room, drinking wine, her wearing my mother's ring. Hello, Melissa, I said calmly. I think you're in the wrong house. David went white. Melissa started to stutter some explanation. Here's what's going to happen, I continued. You have 30 minutes to get your stuff and get out. I've already changed the locks. I've already called the police to report trespassing. And Melissa? I need my mother's ring back. I don't know what you're talking about, she said, but her hand went straight to the ring. The ring that was stolen from my home. The ring my dead mother wore for 23 years. That ring. David finally found his voice. Sarah, we can explain. No need. I already know about the business plan. About the fake rental agreement. About the credit cards and the hotels and the fact that you've been planning to steal my inheritance. I pulled out my phone and showed them the screen. I've already sent everything to my lawyer. And to your boss, David. And to your husband, Melissa. That's when Melissa's face really changed. Turns out she'd been married the whole time too. Have a great life together, I said. You deserve each other. 2 weeks later, David moved out. He's staying in a studio apartment across town, begging for another chance. Melissa's husband divorced her and kicked her out. She's living with her sister now. I'm keeping the childhood home. The boys and I are going to spend weekends there, making new memories in the place where I grew up. I'm repainting their bedroom in the colors they chose. We're going to plant a garden like my mother used to have.